Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Monday, July 25th, 2022. The tarot card for today is one I absolutely love, and it is the Page of Wands coming to us from the Everyday Witch Tarot by artist Elizabeth Alba. If you are a deck collector or have more than a few decks, hopefully you already have this one. If you don't, check it out. I highly recommend it. It's just one of those decks that you really need to own, and you can find it in all the commercial places out there when you Google it on the internet. You know, this card, I love this card. This page is a messenger of change, of new beginnings, and it's exciting, right? It's exciting and it's creative, and I just feel like we're really on to something here. Now, yesterday I brought up the aspect which is happening today, which is Venus square Jupiter. You know, you just gotta be a little careful with this one, all right? And, you know, watch what you're doing and not give in to, you know, the Venusian, you know, influences, because Jupiter expands everything, and this is a tense aspect. So rather than bringing out the best in things, it can bring out things which you probably shouldn't be doing. So do be careful with that. But for most of the day, or like half the day, I guess, we have still the moon in Gemini, and in the wee hours of the morning it will trine Saturn and then square Neptune. Saturn, of course, is all about responsibility, and I think under this influence that if you're awake or whatever and you're doing things, you'll find, you know, the possibility of being able to be responsible in a good way. Now, the square with Neptune that happens a few hours later, you know, Neptune can make things a little bit fuzzy, and you know, the square makes me think that not everything is as it seems. So sometimes we just need to wait for an energy change or for something to dissipate before we, you know, really give something our focus. Early afternoon, the moon moves into Cancer. It doesn't make any aspects for the day. But I gotta tell you, you know the old saying, because we're approaching the end of the month, and it isn't over, right? Until, yeah, so whatever is going on, this card to me, I always see this almost as being beckoned to look at a different, you know, maybe even a different path. My fingers are going back and forth here. You see our page, you see the cat, and what's happening here. Right? On what road do those new beginnings lie? I'm just thinking something's afoot as we close in on the end of the month. We're almost up to the new moon in Leo. It's going to be a good one, people. You're going to want to hear my new moon tarot guidance for sure. My, oh my. Now, we do have coming up a square tomorrow I want to make people aware of, because today's card has that fire energy that's, you know, driven by passion and creativity, and it's a square between Mercury and Mars. Mercury, of course, is at home in Leo. Mars is in Taurus at the moment, and it's always wise to read for these a couple days ahead of time. I do post the links to the individual events that are on my website to Facebook a day in advance for people to, you know, look at and read. But you can always go to the website and read a couple days ahead. And, you know, I think this is a good one to pay attention to, because, you know, Mercury is quick moving and fast paced, and Mars is aggressive and, you know, wanting to take action. And you put the mind, you know, the thought and the impulse together, and, you know, the aggressive side can come out. The, you know, thinking things that maybe, you know, aren't really what you're thinking because you haven't thought it through. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, especially with Mars, you know, this can cause misunderstandings. It can cause arguments. And, you know, there might be, you know, conflicts which you can avoid if you're aware of this aspect ahead of time. And, you know, maybe you should check yourself before you open your mouth. So that new beginning is there. that new road is there. And we don't want to mess that up, do we? I want to thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you here again tomorrow. And as always, have a great day.